What were the best comebacks you've ever heard? 1. My old roommate's wife was a waitress. She's serving a table one night of middle-aged businessmen who have been drinking. They're mostly polite. But one dude is starting to get pretty drunk and really forward with his comments. He tells her, "I really want you to sit on my face." Without missing a beat, she replies, "Because your nose is bigger than your DK." The rest of the table went nuts. The dude turned bright red and left her alone, although she later admitted he wasn't being that rude, just got too comfortable. 2. Some group of college freshmen filled a condom with water and tried to drop it on my head. I snuck up on them and started shit with them. Most were apologetic, but one of the girls gave me attitude and said it wasn't used or anything. I said of course it isn't. Look at you. I was pissed at the time, but I've actually felt terrible about it ever since. She wasn't even ugly, but I could tell it made her feel bad. In any case, it was my best work. 3. Secret Santa gift exchange in college. One guy gets a collection of British currency and a girl makes a rude comment about it being a stupid gift. Cue my mouth running off before my brain can stop it. Karen, don't be rude. He just didn't want you to be the only one who gained 20 pounds this semester. Pandemonium ensued as her boyfriend tried to pick a fight while she bursts into tears. It was not the best day for the club. 4. The story of how my grandparents went on their first date has the greatest comeback ever. My grandpa was working a sub shop at the register. My grandma was in line and she gets up to the register and my grandfather says, "How'd you get through life looking so ugly?" And my grandma replies, "I don't know, but you've been doing it longer than I have." And they've been happily married ever since. Edit. I hate to disappoint you all, but they did not get married on the spot in the sub shop. 5. Back in teenagedom arguing with my mum about chores. "Mum, you think I should wipe your ass for you too?" Me. "Beats doing it myself." Mum. Wipes my face. We both laughed so hard we forgot about the argument. 6. FOX5 host. Don't you think you went a little too far with the Catholic Church jokes? Bill Burr. Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? 7. I work at a bar and these two older ladies were talking to each other. Lady 1, nobody really likes you. Lady 2, go suck another $5 dick before you end up homeless again. I don't even bother to pretend that I'm not listening to the conversations around me. This one got a big laugh out of me. 8. I'm friends with this guy that has a large nose. It's not bad looking, it actually suits him quite well, but I'll poke fun at him for it sometimes. Anyways, one day we were roasting each other. So I hit him with, "Your nose is bigger than Kim Kardashian's ass." He came back with, "You have bigger tits than your mother." I'm a guy. I shut up after that. 9. Many years ago when I was 12, I got into an argument with my mother and father. Exasperated, my mother said, "You talk like you think your father and I don't have a brain between us." I immediately said, "No, I do think you have a brain between you." My father burst out laughing. End of argument. 10. Standing in line for the cafeteria in high school. Two middle schoolers arguing in front of me. One little smartass hits the other with, "I bet you don't even know how many chromosomes you have." The other doesn't even blink before shouting back, "More than you." I instantly lost my shit. Definitely not the smartest comeback, but easily the funniest I've heard. 11. My best friend got into a shouting match with his mother. After a while, she unloaded on him with, "You little son of a bitch." His reply was, "That's what I've been saying for the last half hour." 12. My cousin was in town for Thanksgiving. He goes up to my 10-year-old skinny nephew and jokes, "Hey, it looks like you are gaining weight." My 10-year-old cousin, without skipping a beat, tells him, "Hey, it looks like you have diabetes." My cousin is 300 plus pounds. He hasn't been back to visit since. 13. Was getting my hair cut and this mother and her 4 kids come in. Immediately I felt bad for the mother because one of the young boys was running around like he just drank 2 Red Bulls. At one point the mother snapped after telling him to behave 4 or 5 times and threatened to take away his PS3. The entire place went silent because she yelled it and you could tell she was already embarrassed. What came out of her son's mouth was to this day the funniest shit I've ever heard. He yelled, "If you take away my PlayStation, I'm going to tell Grandma that Daddy puts his pee-pee in your mouth." The mother didn't even respond, she just grabbed her kids and left the salon. Everyone burst into hysterics afterwards. 14. My mom made cupcakes one day, and they collapsed in the center for whatever reason. My husband at the time looked at them and told my mom they look like assholes, and she replied, "I was thinking of you when I made them." Easily the most witty and quickest comeback I've ever heard from her. 15. Once I was at dinner with my friend and his girlfriend who is from India. She used the phrase "shut your ears" instead of "don't listen" or something like that. Her boyfriend proceeded to mock her because he was in a pissy mood. In a shitty voice, he said, "Wow, shut your ears, what kind of grammar is that?" She said really loudly for everyone at our table and the next table to hear. "How about shut your fucking mouth? Is that correct enough grammar for you?" I laughed.